What's going on, everybody? Tom here from 6 Bear Media, and today I'm talking a little bit about the iPhone 5 or iPhone 6. Stay tuned to figure out what I'm talking about. So, let me go ahead and talk a little bit about this gameplay. What you're seeing here is some close quarters action in Battlefield 3. This is actually close quarters, I already said that, squad deathmatch on scrap metal. So, it's high intensity, high paced gameplay, and I actually don't do too good score-wise. I do 17 and 8, which is not too bad. Any other time that I played squad deathmatch on the close quarters maps, I absolutely tanked it. So, 2 KD, or over 2 KD, I'm pretty happy with that. So I thought, let's go ahead and post that because it's pretty high intensity. So with that being said, let me go ahead and get on topic here. What I want to talk about today is, should you get the iPhone 5 or should you get the iPhone 6, assuming we'll be seeing an iPhone 5S in about a year. So with that topic out there, let me go ahead and start off by talking a little bit about what changed from the iPhone 4S to the iPhone 5. I did not follow the iPhone 5 release because I 100% knew I would not be getting it, but after the release, which it just recently released, I kind of looked into it a little bit, got some details on it. So what I know, there's no NFC, no quick transfers going on there. You got a 4-inch screen, and they got rid of the glass backing on it. Well, partially. There's still glass on the top and bottom, but still helps out a lot because that's the main area that the glass would break, besides on the front, of course. So, and another thing that is actually rumored with it still is that there's Gorilla Glass 3 on that bad boy. So what that means is that that's about the strongest glass that you can find at the moment, for phones at least. So, Gorilla Glass 3 is expected to be able to withstand falls up to about 2 stories high. And the iPhone 5 did actually pass the drop testing. So, they dropped it about like 5-8 times, or about 7-8 times. And they actually had to use force in order to get that glass to break. The actual encasing of the phone broke before the glass. Now, what does that say? That says a lot. I don't remember hearing people complain that the casing of the phone broke on any other previous iPhone. It was always, hey, what's up here? My glass is broken. I dropped it once. What's going on, Copernicus? So, it's really good to hear that they fixed that problem, and it's awesome for them, publicly, but in the public eye, to have stronger glass going on, especially since that thing is Mosa glass. So, that is a huge upset for the iPhone 5. And speaking in a later date, we will definitely be seeing that same glass, or even an updated glass on the iPhone 6, because we got 2 years, in my eyes, up until the iPhone 6, assuming there's an iPhone 5S. So, the iPhone 5 is also sporting the iOS 6 operating system, and I'm assuming the iPhone 6 will be sporting the iOS 8 operating system, assuming they keep with their normal timeline at the moment. So, another thing that changed with the iPhone 5 is, yet again, a little bit of a better camera. It's still got the same megapixel, I'm pretty sure. It's just, it snaps it at a higher resolution or something like that. Something's going on in there that makes it a better picture. Can I say that? Alright, their front camera got a bump up. Alright, this thing now records in 720p. In the previous times, I'm pretty sure it just did 480. Not too sure though. But, yeah, so there you go. Now, what am I expecting between the iPhone 5 and the iPhone 6, and why am I thinking so far ahead about this? Well, let me go ahead and start off explaining here. If you have a 5S, or you have that S back behind your iPhone version, you're getting probably the least bit for your money. Now, I know if you wait until the iPhone 5S, and then you're still spending the exact same amount of money, unless if you buy a new phone right now. But, theoretically, money-wise, if you wait, get the iPhone 5 now, go ahead, get the iPhone 6 2 years from now, you're saving the most money. You got your 2-year contract, get your contract over with. By the time the iPhone 6 comes out, you get the iPhone 6, boom, you're on another 2 years. And the reason why I say you get the most for your money is because those S releases for that iPhone tend to not sport as big of updates as the regular, 5 or 6. What we've seen in the previous with the S releases are, better operating system or newer operating system updates to the operating system. Let's go ahead and say that, because they really only have had one operating system this whole time. It's just been updates to it. Then, either a better camera or something else is going on there. All the major updates have been saved for the actual, iPhone 4, iPhone 3, iPhone 6, iPhone 5. I completely went out of order there. But all the major releases were saved for those. And that's why I'm saying if they keep the current timeline, you're going to get the most for your money if you get the iPhone 5 now, and then you get the iPhone 6 in 2 years. So what am I expecting to change between now and that iPhone 6? I'm expecting the iPhone 5S to kind of sport either. I'm really expecting an iOS major update, as in it's actually going to look different. I'm hoping, majorly hoping for that. Not just for my sake, but for the future sake of the company, because they need that soon. And I was kind of expecting it with the iPhone 5. Now, why do they need that soon? Because 4 inches is pretty much the largest that they can get on their screen right now, aspect ratio wise. If they go any larger with that, they're going to have to rechange everything anyway. Otherwise, everything's going to be skew. So, it's not just, oh no, they're good with how it looks. I like it. It looks nice and clean. Well, you got to think about the future with it. If the current timeline is going the same way as it is, people are wanting bigger and bigger phones. Next thing you know, they're going to be carrying around laptops as their phones or tablets as their phones and all the other stuff. You think about it, there's two ways that this could go. People could go back to smaller stuff, they can go back to larger stuff. With more and more games getting on phones and the newer generation getting more and more phones, I see it leaning towards bigger. Now, there's going to be a cap. I think the Note took it a little bit too far. There's going to be a cap around 4 or 5 inches. Or, I said that wrong. 4 or 4.5 inches. I don't see it going above that. My phone right now, the Samsung Galaxy S3, is at 4.8 inches, and I think that's absolutely an amazing size. But, there's one thing that Apple loves to do, and that's reach the bottom of the screen and the top of the screen. And I actually have no problem doing that on my phone. It's once I get to the hotkey buttons. And I honestly think the iPhone can go as high as 4.8. I would not go any higher than that, though, because they want to keep that feature where you can reach everything with one hand. So, I see iOS 6 or iPhone 6 holding the biggest changes that you will see since the traditional iPhone came out. So that's my initial reaction is I have a huge hunch that the iPhone 6 will hold the most innovation that we will have seen since the iPhone released. Why do I have that hunch? Pretty much because